YouTube found community, Palberta fans, random people on the internet. My name is Giggens, and we're here today to talk about Palberta's brand new record, Palberta5000, released through Wharfcat Records, coming out January 22nd, 2021. This album is such a fun, wild ride of exploration and super tight playing of three people who can read each other like a book musically. And it's so much fun to listen to. I got into them through Lily Konigsberg. I saw her band open for Montreal in February of 2020. I think it was February. It was the last concert I went to before lockdown happened. And I reviewed her EP last year. It's just like All the Clouds. It's probably a video next to me somewhere. You can click on that and watch that. And I loved it. And I got in contact with Wharfcat Records, and they were very kind enough to send me a promo copy of the new record and the actual one here too. So, this review is completely my own, but I just want to say a big thank you to Wharfcat for sending me these records. Because who doesn't like getting free records? plus, you get to play great music. So, can't go wrong there, man. But yeah, I was very, very stoked to hear this one because I checked out some other projects that these three members are in, and I've loved everything I've heard so far. So very stoked to get into this one. And like I said, it's coming out this month in January of 2021. There's a lot of songs on this album. There's about 16. And while a lot of them have similar characteristics, they all stand apart from each other. One of the things that they wanted to do on this record was make something memorable in a pop sense. And they totally nail it. Beyond those super punchy drums, the expert bass playing, and I love the guitars on this thing, the vocal melodies on this record are just so tight and so connected. It's three people who, like I said, can read each other like a book and produce something so diverse and so intricate and complex, but yet in a pop setting. And I mean that because they go places with timings and stuff that I'm like, how the heck did they make that up? it's very cool. So yeah, the album opens up with a track called No Way, and you're instantly transported into this very springy, tight, melodic construction. I love that repeated refrain of calling your name out. Great opener for the album. Kind of sets the mood of what you're going to expect throughout most of this record. Big Bad Want. For me, this one, the drums really stick out in this one. Big, punchy drums against some really fantastic bass work on this one. And it's got such an honest quality. And that's one thing I like about this whole album, really, is it's got a very honest presentation to it. This track in particular, I love the head bobbing chorus that it's got. Definitely sort of hypnotic by the end. Never to Go. This one, the timing is crazy in this one. It's one of those songs where it's like, because I'm a musician myself, this is one of those songs I'd have a hard time keeping up with because it's like, it transforms itself so much that it's one of those things where you can only lock in with people who know exactly what you're going to do. So again, one of the magic songs of Palberta's discography here. It's just upbeat and manic. It's a short little song, but it's over so soon, but it's a great little track. The Cow, I love the title. It's such a cool title, but more of that funky rhythm. For me, this is almost like a prog influence, but set in a pop, punky-inspired realm. It's not prog in the sense that it's Yes or something, but it's prog in the sense that you're not getting just straight up 4/4 timing, basically. Fragile Place. The blend of the three-part harmony on this one before it jumps to that tension-filled anxiety of a track. I love the mood on this one with that don't step too close repeated refrain. I love how this one kind of shifts and grows. And again, this is one of my favorites on here too, interweaving vocal harmonies, which I'm a total sucker for. When you can sing really well and then have several people sing really well and then weave those vocals in and out with each other, that's just instant magic. I love the punchy drums again on this one too, and that tempo change where it goes a bit slower. I dig that a lot. Hey, this song for me could be like a theme song for a show. It's got such an upbeat, sprite, happy quality to it. It's a total jam. You can't help but move your head to it. Red Ants ends off side one, and for me this one, the drums kind of play the call and response, which I thought was a really cool concept. one of my favorites on the album. I like the rhythm breaks on this one and that really clean electric guitar. One thing I mentioned on Lily's EP last year was how clean the production was, and this definitely follows that. And I like that it has that punk-inspired spirit, but the production is so fine-tuned. That's such a cool combination to have. It doesn't sound like messy and distorted. It's very pop-oriented, which is what they were going for, but you get that hunger and you get that inspiration that they're wearing on their sleeves to such a new sound, which that's why I dig this album so much, because it sounds new. Side B, Summer Sun. Really like the vocals on this one. A little bit more chilled out in the verses, which I think sequencing wise is a logistical place to put something like that. Eggs and Bake, thrashing, crashing, bouncy song. Hell of a good time on that one. Corner Store, this was actually a single. I love the bass intro on this one and the excellent groove. The dueling guitars are super effective. And there's a good warmth to this one. I like the storytelling on this one. I'm Zadun, just a crazy little jam. Something in the Way, this is also a single, and the airy vocals over that scattered drum beat. That persistent bass before entering into that bendy guitar riff. Again, it's one of those tracks where it's like, how can you write so many different songs that have so many different things going on to keep up with? It's a true testament to their talent. The way that you do, this one's one of my favorites for sure. I mean, we're way deep into the record at this point, but this is easily one of my favorites. And this one for me sticks in my head a ton. Great vocals over the bass and guitar on this one. It sounds like three different things going on at the same time, like a jazz record would sound, but it just works in that pop world idiom, I guess. Idiom? Is that the word? Construction? That's a better word. It turns into an almost eerie merry-go-round for a little bit before coming back, and I like that change, and that kind of reminds me of All Over My Face, the next track on here. This one is such a groove. I mean, this one is well over 5 minutes long. I think it's the longest song on the record, but that bass line against that stabbing guitar and that straight-ahead drum beat, it rocks, it rolls, there's cowbell, which is pretty cool. And it's just a hypnotic track. I love where they go with this one, where they experiment and they just kind of go and let the song take them and see what happens. I think it's the song Before I Got Here, ending with an upbeat, fast-paced jammer. I love that fast-paced vocal delivery. The breaks for the vocals on the track I think are a lot of fun too. But yeah, I mean, absolutely, if you're looking for something that sounds unlike something you've ever heard before, I would definitely highly recommend this thing. Let me show you what the inside looks like. You get a couple of inserts. So they send you a thank you card. Well, thank you to who they're thanking, I should say. And they give you a lyric sheet. A great shot of them on the front there. The record itself. And side B. And I'll show you the test pressing one too, because this one's actually on gold vinyl, which I thought was really cool. Check that out. That's the test pressing version of it. But yeah, again, I just want to thank Wharfcat for sending me this record. And again, all my thoughts are completely my own on this LP. But if you want something completely new that's got excellent pop sensibilities, but coming from a proggy punk background, and how every song has such a hunger and a drive to prove itself, it's a fantastic listen. And I've been having so much fun playing with this album, or playing this album and trying to play along with it in some parts. I mean, they just look like they're having a great time. Like, this is like how their jams would have looked. I get the impression of that when I see that picture. But yeah, for me, it's easily an 8 out of 10 album. It's a fantastic listen. It's upbeat, it's sprite, it's funky, it's rockin'. It keeps your attention constantly. And for music these days, so much music can just come one ear, out the other. This thing sets you up and says, look, you gotta listen to this thing because things are gonna change and you gotta keep up with us, so you're part of the act. So yeah, 8 out of 10. Absolutely love this record. And that's it. My name is Giggens. Thank you so much for watching. This is Palberta5000 out now on Wharf Cat Records. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.